Earlier this morning, this fridge was full of blueberries, and in a few days, it's gonna be full of blueberries again. But I haven't been picking them. I'm trying. I really want to film a 2019 blueberry episode for you guys, but I've been a little busy. Yeah, there's weeding and a lot, but I've been harvesting. So now this fridge is empty of blueberries, but there's still a few bins right here. This is mullein that Jess and I harvested a few days ago, and it's not in the dryer because the dryer is full. You've heard me before. I always complain how I need a second dryer. Well, this is it. This is the reality. Luckily, though, we have the fridge so we can keep this fresh. But it's still frustrating. We picked so much, and well, I'm gonna get out of here because it's a little cold, and I'll explain. You see, it's been dry. It's been really dry, and after last year, for some of my viewers who saw that whole fiasco where we had the drought, I'm a little sensitive to that, and it was getting bad. We were like, the soil was powder. We just did not have enough rain. We didn't have any rain for a very long time, but there was no real damage done. And finally, they were calling for a big system that came through, and it ended up coming through. I ended up waking up in the morning. I was expecting a nice rainy day, but in fact it was sunny because the system was delayed a bit. So I dragged Jess out of bed, and we went right into the mullein field and picked as much as we could, because when it rains, mullein covers the ground, and when it rains, it just gets all muddy, and it's just I don't want to deal with that. So we picked as much as we could. We ended up getting 8 bins, which is enough to fill the entire dryer, which we did. All this good stuff here is drying, but there wasn't enough room to do all the bins. That's why there's still 3 in the fridge. So right now, the calendula, as you can see, is in full swing. So before the next rain comes, we got to get this stuff out of the field and into the dryer. Let's go. Okay, so things are progressing here pretty well, but I just want to take a minute to show you something. See, last year was a really bad year for calendula. We put it in a field that was prone to powdery mildew, and it got affected. The plants got weakened and they fell in the rain. We sold out. We didn't pick enough. So this year we got it in a spot that has been proven for this. And we tried something. I planted 3 varieties. So I have the regular Erfurter, which I've been planting forever, but we also tried Alpha and Neon. Neon, forget about it. No, it was terrible germination. The color's off and there's no resin. Alpha was supposed to be a taller plant, and I'm interested in a taller plant because picking calendula is just so rough on the back. It's also supposed to give larger flowers, which you can see, Alpha and Erfurter. There's not much of a difference. The resin amount is the same, but for me, Erfurter is always going to be king. I'm going to continue with that, but we got to try these things. We got to do some experiments. Now, as you can see, the wind is picking up and these clouds are menacing. So I'm gonna leave you here. I gotta get this stuff in because if there's one thing that I hate is a job half done. So I'm gonna do this, get these flowers in the dryer, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow in the echinacea. All right. The echinacea is done, but this isn't echinacea. This is more calendula. I finished the calendula and then moved on to the echinacea, and then this is the time of year. Every few days, really 2 days, but we don't get to it. Sometimes we let it go for 3 or 4, and these plants just keep producing. That's good. Last year was a bad year. I got to get as much of this in as possible. The problem is I still got all that echinacea to process. The fridge is full. I got 12 dryer trays worth of echinacea that needs to be processed. We need to cut it up so it'll dry easily. And the dryer, well, that's got more calendula in it, and as well this calendula. So there's a bit of a space issue, but it's nothing I'm not used to. See, tomorrow and the next day and maybe the next day, they're calling for rain. And usually what happens in the rain is I get a chance to rest up, maybe edit a few of these videos, but more importantly, rest up. So I figured instead of doing that, why not just pack some more work in? So I got the echinacea that's sitting tight in the fridge that needs to be processed. And once I put this in the dryer, I'm gonna head out and pick some Aztec marigold, which can also be processed during the rain. So no rest for me. Oh, that's not smart. I'm burning out. I'm burning out. Someone please stop me. Seriously. That's it. I hope you liked it. Like I said, I'm gonna hit the fields, get some Aztec marigold. This year's flower harvest video is coming to an end, but that does not mean that I will stop harvesting flowers. This is every 3 days. The Aztec marigold keeps producing. The chamomile, my third seeding's coming. We are breaking some serious chamomile records. You saw the echinacea. It's crazy. We're getting so much, like just so much, which is good because then I can maybe start to approach some new stores and grow my network from there and burn out a little further with work. But that's for the future. Right now, that's that. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one. Blueberries, I promise. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right. See ya.